Women of Reddit, what do you think would be the worst thing about being a man? People expecting that I could fight. As a woman, I will never, ever have any doubt that my children are mine. Edit. Apologizes to the men whose anxiety I raised by 150%. Another edit. Thank you for the silver. Not having your emotions taken seriously, then lashing out because of it, and then seen as violent because you just want to be understood. I had that with abusive parents, but normally people don't treat me that way because I'm a woman. I can't imagine what an entire life of not having your feelings acknowledged in a healthy way feels like. Suck it up and be a man. Probably the stigma. I've seen a single father get shouted at for being with his kid when at a park for trying to kidnap children. The dude wanted to make his son happy, not molest him FFS. Having to chase after women. I'd give up halfway, honestly. Being considered a possible threat by strangers. Probably. Like, I get it. You never know. But it would probably suck. Either that or the dick and balls. Like, they're just dangling there? Are they in the way? How do you straddle stuff? Will you accidentally squish them? Do you have to like, tuck them into your underwear? Being expected to be more effective at physical labor. Being expected to do more dangerous work. Receiving less empathy when struggling with emotional issues. If the women don't get wet or come, or have fun in bed, it's your fault. If you don't get hard or come, or have fun in bed, it's also your fault. Not being able to take care of children without getting dirty looks. Edit. Holy moly guacamole. Thanks for all the replies and my first silver and stuff. Oh. You got stuck taking care of the kids today. Huh. Giving mom a day off. Finally? Dads know what I'm talking about. Edit. Well. That blew up. Glad to see I'm not crazy. It's interesting to see the scattered few people say OMG people don't actually talk like that, and then see hundreds of other folks confirm that. Yeah. People do say that shit. Having to be the person physically in charge in a threatening situation. Like always being with a man when walking home from a party in a sketchy area at night. Yes, there is safety in numbers, but the dude is expected to be protective regardless of level of awareness, self-defensive, or drunkenness. That's a lot of pressure. Only one orgasm at a time. Honestly. Probably people just assuming that you'll do all of the gross shit that no one else wants to do. Fixing up the car, unclogging the toilet, cleaning out the spider webs in the attic, scrubbing the mildew out of the bathtub. Guys are just expected to do it all without complaint because that's the manly thing to do. As a woman, I find it pretty unfair. Alongside that are hiding a boner. People assuming that you can't have mental illnesses/disorders. Not being allowed to cry/show emotions/be insecure about your body. All of it is really unfair. I'm sorry guys. I would not be allowed a moment of weakness. Bad day. You can't cry unless your mother just died. Hurt yourself. Suck it up and go to the hospital. Feeling self-conscious about your body? Nobody cares. Feeling ill? So moan how SMRN cold. Hands down always being the villain. A colleague of mine was a bit on the heavier side, but decided to get into shape and started jogging. So he jogs around his block daily until his smartwatch tells him his quota for the day is full. That day he was a bit late, but went for a jog when the sun was setting. Not many people out there, but as he was on his way, some girls saw him jogging their way. Got scared and called the cops on him for obviously trying to chase them to them or something. Now, the guy didn't know about the call. He just sees two girls seeing him coming, turning around and running away, and he's like what the duck? Until the cops come for him. You know. For the biggest offense in the whole human history. Trying to get fit. I felt really bad for him. You're the ones who have to kill the big hairy spider. Being abused in public by a woman and having people laugh instead of intervening to help you. Also the whole to be a man you have to act a certain way. Brutal. Probably being forced to never, well, feel There are so many people who make fun of guys for having feelings or even showing them. I would never be able to deal with it. And my heart broke the day my boyfriend told me his exes used to verbally abuse him for crying in front of them. Edit. Changed words because I don't wanna make a personal generalization. Edit PT2. I didn't think this would blow up so fast. I've taken the afternoon into the evening reading every single one of your guys' replies. And I'm genuinely devastated by some of the things I'm reading. Men. I'm so sorry. Words kind of fail me right now. Because I don't know what to say to any of you. What I want to say, though, is that you are all incredibly strong human beings. And you are that. A human being. With thoughts, feelings, emotions, and dreams. Your feelings are valid. You all deserve to feel, and to be seen, heard, and cared for as a human being. Being arrested for defending myself against an abusive partner. Being expected to be the breadwinner generally by society. Being less likely to gain custody of my own kids in a separation. Being disposable in times of war. DIY. And having to deal with my own balls. What if I sat on one? Ouch. Having an even harsher reaction when I go against gender roles. I mean, as a woman, there's backlash sometimes. But there's a whole movement very publicized that tells me that I can do whatever I want and duck the naysayer. I don't feel a man that would want to do something for girls or for women as that much support. Imagine pretty much being invisible. You get your self-worth from how well you perform at work. Perform good and you're okay day to day. Start performing bad and you want to kill yourself because your only interaction with people now is negative. Nobody cares about you. Nobody messages you. And when someone calls they want something from you. Now I don't mind helping. But damn, call me up for a beer or some camping too sometime. The hardest part is when it only is family. Your friends are gone. So you always answer for family because it's what you do. But it's always, hey man, how was your Memorial Day, if even asked. Hey, Kylie is moving this weekend to college and we'd like to try and get it done in one shot. Are you busy Saturday? Oh, you work. Oh well, okay. Are you free Sunday? Cool, well can you come Sunday then? We'd love to see you. We miss you so much. You never come out and see us, and you agree, because you don't go see them. Because they all get together on Saturdays while you work. So now you feel bad for working, and you now lose your day off from being bossed around and unpaid by people who always invite you to shit that happens on Saturday. Then make you feel bad about it. So now you're the asshole. While all of this happens, while you're carrying the 1,200 pound both legs that hasn't been used in the family for 5 years up 5 flights of stairs. None of these people wished you happy birthday last year. Edit. Well, I live in Idaho. Seems like I have some friends that would like to drink beer and go camping. HMU. I'll bring meat and fire. Let's get drunk, then tomorrow on our way out pick up some trash left over at other camps because we pack in pack out. I would be terrified of my dick getting stuck in a zipper. To everyone who thinks it has something to do with our dicks/balls. I promise we have much bigger problems than our nutsacks sticking to our thighs. We are increasingly assumed to be predators. Apparently, we have a suicide rate that is through the roof compared to women. We have a harder time getting custody in divorces because it's assumed that women are the obvious caretakers by default. Increasingly there's tons of stuff about girl pride. But little boys are pretty well screwed if they try to be proud of being a boy. I'll gladly take some bull sweat if all that other stuff will go away. The constant insecurity of whether you're man enough. Being in a crowded urinal. Everyone has the dicks out standing next to each other. Like what the duck just makes stalls, why have them in the open? Edit. Okay, I wanna be clear, ICT, y'all don't stare at each other dicks, or that you stand next together unless necessary. I meant that going at a crowded place and needing to peeing and just try to look straight forward and ignore the dudes near you. Emotional unavailability of others. As a woman, I definitely face a lot of hardships that men don't have to deal with. But when I'm at my point of breaking, sobbing and inconsolable, I know I can message one of my friends, usually one of the girls, and cry and bitch to them about it, and they will listen to me and really connect with me. They will tell me how shitty the person who did that is. How difficult it must be to deal with. How strong I'm for persevering in the face of adversity. On the other hand, I've spent my life trying to be a non-judgmental source of venting for my male friends, and I've found that basically everyone who I'm like that with ends up either thinking I'm into them romantically or expressing how grateful they are for something they get so little of. Guys are told to just suck it up and push their emotions down, and I think it is harmful to all of us. I would think it would be being expected to do all the heavy lifting. To me, as a 64-year-old woman, I do my best to move things on my own. If I must ask for help, I make sure my helpers are well compensated with cold tasty beverages and snacks/food. Just because you're a male doesn't mean it's your legacy to be a physical workhorse. Feeling uncomfortable or shamed for showing your emotions. It's a sad truth. But since the dawn of time, men have been encouraged to live up to the expectations of having to be tough or being a rock for the family. As a woman, I think we feel more comfortable crying and expressing our sadness. Men get sad too, and it's about time they feel free to express it as easily as women do. Thank you for watching. Like, share and check out other videos.